The DA has been speaking out against farm attacks for over 2 decades, but it was as we watched the attack numbers rising during this country-killing lockdown that we drew a line in the sand. This was because the police minister chose to forbid the patrolling systems the farm owners had set up over decades in an attempt to keep their families safe. There have been 21 murders and 147 attacks in these past 4 months alone. Our farmers are 3 times more likely to be murdered than a police officer. We released a 16-point plan of action in June, and just weeks later, there was a triple homicide in the Northern Cape. And for the first time anyone could recall, we saw a Rolls-Royce operation from the SANS, helicopters, dog units, crime intelligence. It was all brought in to apprehend the perpetrators, and they did. It's just a crying shame for the Bront family that they didn't use that drive, that equipment, and that manpower to prevent the deadly attack before it happened. The men and women who feed South Africa don't sleep. They do nightly patrols around their farms, and I know of wives who watch their husbands on cameras as they do the patrols in the dark, watching for attackers, waiting to see if tonight is the night their beloved husband will be killed. Unless they farm in Lekwa, in Mpumalanga, where the electricity is cut week after week, so the farmers live in total terrifying darkness as animals die of cold and everything rots in their fridges. They live the reality that it is 4 times more dangerous to be on a farm than in any other area of South Africa. It was a massive slap in the face of our farmers when the current president denied that these murders were taking place. On September 26, 2018, he spoke in New York saying there are no killings of farmers in South Africa. Yet in 2017 and 18 combined, there were 136 murders on our farms. Farmers, black and white, farm workers, black and white, and visitors to farms, black and white, were being killed then and are still being killed today. What he said was false, a complete and utter fabrication. In a matter of weeks, a petition asking the president to retract his hurtful words has hit some 43,000 signatures. Farmers and farm workers in our country, instead of being supported as VIPs within a valued strategic asset, feel as though they've become persona non grata. The police rural safety plan is pulled out, reworked, relaunched regularly, rinse, whitewash, repeat. Without equipment and manpower, the rural stations have zero ability to lift those fine-sounding words off the page. My colleague, Honourable General Hockey to Blanche, a real general who led the SAPS with full honours, will go into this later on. Today, countries around the world are eyeing our farmers with an acquisitive gleam in their eye. 2,000 of them left to farm in the USA over the past 3 months. Our farmers have turned Zambia into one of the top exporters on the continent. And where are we? From 120,000 commercial farmers, we're down to 58,000. Why? Because when a farmer is dragged to his death behind his bakkie, his family just packs up and leaves. When a woman is gang raped while her husband is stabbed to death, that's what happened to a black farmer and his wife. Do you think she has it within her to stay on the farm? But people are killed elsewhere here. Of course they are, nearly 59 of us daily. It's the isolation in rural areas that gives criminals days and nights to torture a family to death. Do you think there is anything a parent won't do, won't offer up if their 2-year-old is held down and raped in front of them? I have heard about medieval tortures involving boiling oil, boiling water, a power drill, red-hot irons, fire. The perpetrators frequently steal nothing, not even a cell phone. We need research to tell us why. What we do know is that we need more than the most expensive washing line in the world to prevent those who seek to cross our borders illegally with the intention to commit crimes. And let me be very clear, we are not blaming all crime on foreign nationals. Our provincial court watching briefs today ensure we are on top of every farm attack. We are at every court hearing, running through the police and court system with the victims. But we need a joint summit to work through the myriad rural security threats. We need clear short and medium-term solutions and a political will and drive to ensure their implementation. We need a long-term solution for an issue that looks set to drive our country to the brink of starvation. Now, it's possible that as I've been speaking, another woman or child is screaming on a farm in our country, and possible that there are those around us right now who will glory in their deaths. This hatred, these murders must stop. We must make them stop.